Welcome to the Art of Negotiation. As I've spoken about in previous videos, I'm going to refer back to my income chain, my Ferris wheel. Understanding that every step of that Ferris wheel or that cycle, we are negotiating at every single step. You're negotiating with your prospects to get a listing appointment. You're negotiating at your listing appointment to be able to do a price and marketing presentation. At your price and marketing presentation, you're negotiating signing a sole mandate. In signing your sole mandate, you're negotiating your marketing activities that you're going to be doing. Then you're generating your buyers and you're negotiating with your buyers in terms of what offers they would be willing to put in, if they are willing to put in an offer. You're negotiating on price. You're negotiating on terms. When you're presenting your offer to your seller, again, you're negotiating on price. You're negotiating on terms. You're negotiating on conditions. You're negotiating, more importantly, on your commission and what you're going to be paid for this transaction. And when you're adding to your database, you're negotiating being able to keep in touch with those clients for life. So negotiation forms a very, very critical part of being a successful real estate agent. Now, let's talk about this word negotiate. What does it actually mean? Negotiate means to confer with another person to reach an agreement. Not bullying, not forcing one's opinion over others, but rather to reach an agreement that both parties agree to. Now, for me, negotiation is almost like a game of chess. So for those of you that play chess, you'll fully understand the game. For those of you that don't, it's quite simple. Chess is trying to read and understand your opponent's next move. The more you anticipate that next move, the more successful you will be in winning the game. Negotiation is exactly the same. It's about understanding the other person's thoughts, putting yourself in their shoes, and knowing what moves you need to make to be able to meet their expectations. So you need to become the master of your own mind, and more importantly, the master of your own emotions, because negotiation is a game of skill, a game of anticipation, a game of knowledge, and a game that if you get to play it well, you're going to win it over and over again. So a few basic principles of negotiation. The first one is, you never know until you ask. And I'm going to talk about this little word called assume. When we assume facts or we assume information, basically what you're doing is you're making an ass out of you and me. Break the word down. Because we never ever understand or fully understand where the other person is coming from. We can't always put ourselves exactly in their shoes. When we go into negotiation situations, we need to realize there are a lot of underlying emotions, unspoken feelings, thoughts, fears, doubts, anger. We don't quite know exactly what the financial position is. We've heard what the person has said, but we also don't exactly know what the unsaid is. And very often, the other party doesn't really know how they're going to react until something is put in front of them. So the first piece of advice that I'm going to give you in this negotiation process is never discuss anything telephonically or just in a conversation. Don't ever phone a seller and go, "Hey, Mr. Seller, a buyer has just given me a verbal offer." Very easy for a buyer to turn, or a seller to turn around and say no, because he has not seen anything in writing. He's not seen the extent of the offer, the terms, the conditions, which all could be extremely favorable. It's easy for a person to say no when something is not put visually in front of them. Because understanding sometimes it's not always about the money. Let's talk about my high motivators: death, divorce, departure, debt. They are all high drivers of a myriad of emotions: fear, loss, love, financial, devastation, desire, the unknown, financial, risk. Those are all high drive emotions, and they drive people to sometimes make not such great decisions. So we need to understand, when we're going into a negotiation process, you've got to look at it and you've got to go, okay, what is going to be the highest drive of emotion when I go into this negotiation process? Because it's not always the monetary value. For a person that is in a serious position when it comes to debt, they're looking at timelines. How soon can they get out of this debt? How quickly can they settle all the people they owe money to? How soon can they be free of this debt? So for them, time is going to be a very high driver. The second driver will definitely be the financial benefit of it. Is there enough to cover the debt? Or is there going to be a shortfall? Who can they negotiate with? Who can they make a plan with? So again, understanding the situation that you find yourself in. Because the better you understand it, the easier it is to handle those negotiations. Strong emotion is always going to be a factor that's going to come into play. But an excellent negotiator is going to be a little bit, and it sounds quite cold, a little bit devoid of emotion. Now what I'm saying is, don't be dead. We need to be feeling, caring, and understanding individuals. That's what makes a great agent. But more importantly, don't show your emotion. Stay neutral. Stay like the Switzerland. Show understanding. Show compassion. Show support. It's very important. So the other person understands that you know the kinds of feelings that they're going through. But yourself, you need to remain emotionless. You need to remain neutral. Keep your head straight and make sure you understand what it is you're trying to achieve out of that negotiation process. People always respond to negotiation where there seems to be a fair compromise. Now, when I talk about fair compromise, I'm not talking about the bullying effect. Oh, I want to buy this house, but I'm only willing to pay this. Don't come back to me with a cent less or a cent more because I'm not willing to pay that. That's bullying. But when we have to go into negotiation where you have come back with a counter offer from your seller, or your seller feels that the buyer has given a really low ball offer, which very often happens, try to keep these two words in mind: fair compromise. What do you feel is going to be a fair compromise to both parties? To both your seller as well as your buyer. And those are conversations where if you know your buyer has come in with a lowball offer, already start the conversation with your buyer. Explain to your buyer fair market value, where the property is actually priced at, that it is a current and fair market value. So prepare the buyer that the reality is there is going to be a counteroffer. Explain to your seller, on the other hand, yes, you understand it's way below the expectations, but let's come to a fair compromise where you've kind of prepared your buyer to come up and you know that your seller will be a little bit happy to drop a little bit, but that you can both come to a mutual agreement. Because understanding where an offer is in writing, it's a very strong offer. There is clearly intent from both parties to be committed. The only thing you're negotiating is the price at which they're both willing to commit at. So fair compromise is always good. And the other time that that word is going to come into play is when you're negotiating your commission, which we will get to at the end of this presentation. Sometimes we've also got to try the hardball tactic. And at the risk of sounding a little bit sexist, I do often tell ladies, it's not very often I'll tell you to be like men and just have two kahunas, but in this instance, I'm going to tell you to grow some. Because hardball is often a very successful tactic to work. Now, often when we go into a negotiation process, we find that your buyer is very set in his price. Your seller is still wanting an unrealistic price, even though you've given them feedback, you've brought lots of buyers through, you've told them that the feel is that the property is overpriced, but he is a serious seller, so he needs to sell. That's the time we use what we call the hardball tactic. If you believe yourself, you've presented a great offer. The conditions are good, the terms and conditions meet all of the seller's expectations, and you believe that the buyer has come in at fair market value and it is within the boundaries of where you presented your CMA to your seller, and all the other terms and conditions match, that's the time to use the hardball tactic. Now, what do I mean by this? If your seller is still steadfastly adamant that he's not prepared to accept the offer, or he wants you to absolutely slash your commission and take almost nothing on the deal, that's the time you get up, you take your handbag and you walk out. But more importantly, you take the offer with you. Do not fall for the tactic of selling yourself from all your hard work, your efforts, your energy that you have put into this deal to settle for commission that you honestly don't deserve because it is too little. Here's what I'm going to tell you happens with that hardball tactic. Is you're giving your seller time to think about it. You're also telling your seller, you are to be respected. You've done your job and you've done it well. You've brought a fair market price with an able and willing buyer who's met all the terms and conditions that are favorable to the seller. You get up and you walk out. I'm going to tell you now, 9,99999% of the times, within an hour or the very least the next morning, you will get a call from that seller to tell you that they've thought about it and they will accept your offer. So don't be scared to try the hardball tactic. It works, believe you me. And once you've done it once, it gets much easier to do it a second, a third, and a fourth time. In fact, eventually, you'll really become the expert at it. The other thing to please be aware of when you are in a negotiation discussion is state your point, sit back, and let the other person talk. Here's what I'm going to advise you. Silence is golden. And when people start feeling uncomfortable, they start talking. And that person should not be you. It needs to be the person that you have presented the facts to. The longer you are silent, the quicker they will start talking. So don't try fill those awkward silences. Sit back, look comfortable, look the person in the eyes, and wait for them to start talking. Whatever the silent objections are, or whatever the hidden agenda is, it's about to reveal itself, and be ready for that. Because very often there is a hidden agenda which will only come up at the point of negotiation. So keep quiet and wait for the response. It's part of being an extremely successful negotiator. Remembering, information is power. 95% of all negotiations are won by the person that goes in best prepared. And in these situations, that person should be you. Think about it. When you go into a listing appointment, you're well prepared. Knowledge of your area, knowledge of the stock, knowledge of the competing listings, knowledge of the expired, knowledge of what is sold, what price did it sell at. When you're going into your mandate presentations, knowledge of why a sole mandate is much better than an open mandate, knowledge of the marketing activities that you're going to do better and over and above your competitors, knowledge of your success stories and your testimonials from clients. When you're working with your buyer, again, knowledge of your area, knowledge of the prices, knowledge of what is selling and what is not selling, knowledge of what didn't sell. And the same comes to when you're negotiating an offer with your seller. You understand how much work has gone into it, how many buyers you've introduced, what has the response been, knowledge of the area, knowledge of the sales, knowledge of what is sold, what hasn't sold. So in every single instance, you are in a much better position to be the top negotiator. So know as much as what you possibly can. Prepare yourself, and I call it a little preparation checklist. And if you refer to my slide, you're going to see that little preparation checklist. Because knowing the right moves is vital. So let's work through this little preparation checklist. Clarify your objectives. What is it that you're wanting to achieve, and what are you wanting to get out of this? What are your client's objectives, your seller as well as your buyer? What are the strengths and weaknesses so that you can plan your strategy, and you can also plan how you're going to overcome the obstacles? Decide what is negotiable, and that should have come from your discussion with your buyer. But also, more importantly, in terms of for you, how negotiable is your commission or your fee? Ask your questions and listen, and if needs be, remove yourself and walk away. If you go through that little preparation checklist, every time you go into a negotiation, you are going to be the 95% of negotiators who are well prepared and will win that negotiation 95% of the time. Remembering, you've gotten to this point because of your skill, your knowledge, your input, the energy and the effort that you have put into this transaction. So it's very important that your negotiation skills are on point, because it's very difficult to negotiate where neither will trust. So you've got to be asking yourself at this point, does your client know you? Do they like you? And more importantly, do they trust you? And it's also very difficult to negotiate from a position of weakness. If you feel you haven't handled the clients correctly, or you haven't done everything you said you were going to do, if you didn't meet the expectations or failed to meet them, if you haven't given sufficient feedback, you are going into a negotiation from a position of weakness, and that's not a good place to be, because it's very difficult to win a negotiation then. Remembering from our income chain, we are continually in the negotiation process. We're negotiating the terms of the mandate. How long did they give you? How many days did they give you? At what price? Were they negotiable on price? Did they come down in the price? What was the professional fee that you negotiated with them? You're negotiating with your buyer in terms of the offer, the conditions of the offer, the terms of the offer. Are they going to be terms and conditions that meet the seller's expectations? When negotiating an offer with your seller, I always tell agents, negotiate with data, not opinion. It's very difficult to argue a fact, but it's very easy to argue an opinion. Because at the end of the day, whose opinion is correct? Yours or theirs? One never knows, and it never ends in a successful negotiation. So let's talk about the things or the objections that we're going to get. Selling price not achieved. Therefore, your seller is asking you to cut your commission because he feels if he's coming down on his price, you need to come down in terms of your commission. Other agents agreed to a lower commission rate. Yes, Mr. Seller, that might be the case, but I have fulfilled my mandate in terms of what I said we would achieve. Or your seller's determination of their net price, which sellers love to use. My price is 1.5. Whatever you choose to market at, you need to add your commission in, but I'm looking for a net of 1.5, and here you are sitting with your seller with an offer of 1.5, which was exactly where your CMA came in at, because that is fair market value. So, how do we negotiate, or how do we work around these kinds of objections? So I'm going to show you a little trick, and I'm going to refer to my slide because we're going to do a little exercise here, because there's two tips I'm going to give you. One, I hate the word commission. It makes us sound like second-hand car salesmen, which we're not. We are professional people. We've had to study. We write exams. We are registered with a professional body, and we are issued a Fidelity Fund certificate, which is our license to practice. And as such, we are obliged by acts and laws and rules and regulations to comply within those. So when we negotiate a professional fee, we really are talking about a professional fee. And here's what I'm going to say to you. You don't go into your doctor for an appointment and your doctor spends 5 minutes with you versus a patient that he spends half an hour with. You don't walk out of your doctor's consultation room and go to the receptionist, hey, the doctor only spent 5 minutes with me, therefore my fee that I need to pay the doctor needs to be reduced. Absolutely not. Why? Because you're paying for a professional person's opinion and an evaluation on what is wrong with you. And whether that diagnosis takes 5 minutes or it takes 30 minutes, it's irrelevant. The fact of the matter is the doctor has diagnosed you and told you exactly what is wrong with you. And for that, you pay a set fee. Well, here's the reality check. As a professional in real estate, we do the same job. Whether that offer has come in within 5 days of listing, 5 weeks of listing, or 5 months of listing the property, we don't get paid for time. We get paid on result. So if you've achieved the result, then don't be so quick to negotiate your professional fee away, because my exercise is going to show you how agents absolutely hemorrhage money. And I don't use that term lightly, because when you sit down and you actually work out the exercise, you will understand how much money you can give away in literally 2 to 3 minutes. And it's pretty scary, because it means you've got to do more deals more often than most. So become a great negotiator at your professional fee and make it count. All right, so if we refer to my little exercise on my slide here, we start off. If you sell a property at 1.5 million and you are fortunate to get 7% commission, the commission is 105,000. Now, even if your split is 50-50 with your company, that's fine. You're going to walk away with 52,500. Nice, you've done your job. Now we start dropping in percentages. So if we go down to 6% on the same selling price, our commission is 90,000. Please understand, you have just given away 15,000 Rand. Now I ask all of you, who can actually afford to just give away 15,000 Rand? But it gets better. We negotiate down to 5%. Now we're walking away with a commission of 75,000. That is 30,000 Rand less. And it's only a drop of 2% if we're looking at commission percentages. So 2% doesn't sound like a lot, but 2% on 1.5 million, from 7% to 5%, is 30,000 Rand. For most agents, that's like having to do an extra 1 or 2 deals. It's a lot of money. But at 2% in our minds, it doesn't think or doesn't seem to be like it's a lot. Heaven forbid we go down to 4% commission. We're dropping down to 60,000 Rand. That is a drop of 45,000 Rand in commission. Now you understand why I use that word, hemorrhage. Because the 3% difference equates to 45,000 Rand to you. Nobody in this industry can afford to give away commission like that. Now, if you remember, in the beginning of my presentation, I spoke about this little word called fair compromise. What is fair? Okay, Mr. Seller, you have come down 5% in your price. I'm happy to match that. I will negotiate our original fee. I will negotiate my commission by dropping it by 5% on the original commission rate we agreed upon. So let's go back to the exercise. If I was going to be charging 7%, I'm going to give a 5% discount on the original 7%, which means I'm giving you a discount of 5,250 Rand. Instead of getting my 105,000 Rand, I'm now going to get 99,750 Rand. If I work that back to the actual commission rates, it means I'm dropping from 7% to 6.65%. Much, much better. Mr. Seller, you've had to drop your price by 10%. I'm happy to give you a 10% discount on my original negotiated fee, which means I will give you the discount of 10,500 Rand, which equates back to 6.3%. If your seller has had to come down 20%, yes, Mr. Seller, I'm happy to discount my original fee by 20%, which means I will give you the discount of 21,000, but I'm still coming out with 5.6% in terms of my commission rate, which is much, much better. 21,000 Rand is much better than giving away 45,000 Rand. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the art of negotiation, and more important, the art of compromise, reaching a fair compromise between both parties. Remembering, negotiation is a state of mind. The mind is an extremely powerful thing. It can empower us and it can enslave us. It can take us to the depths of misery and it can take us to the heights of ecstasy. It's a very powerful force. Use it wisely.